Well, hello. So glad to have you. Welcome back to our series designed to support teachers as we're preparing for digital learning. This is lesson 4 about managing and posting to the stream for a class. The topics for this lesson will deal with sharing a post, student options and replying, attaching resources, scheduling a post, and organizing your stream. Before we jump into those, I'd like to talk about best practices. I like to think of the stream as the foyer of my class. That's the first place that a student will come when they get to that particular class. So it should direct students to what resources and assignments they need to have. It should also be a place where they can ask and have their questions answered. Because of that, I like to keep the stream a little bit clean. Um, I don't um, I don't ask students to post just for attendance or something like that. I keep it a place where they can ask and answer questions and where they can see the announcements that they need without too much clutter. All of these posts, all these topics, we're going to talk about by zooming over to one particular class. So I'm going to pull up my practice class. And notice that we're at the stream. Remember, that's the landing place, the first place that you'll get to. Remember that there is a way to see the class code, to see the Google Meet link there, and to see the upcoming work. And you and students all see that information except for the class code. Students don't see. So in the stream, you're able to post announcements or information. So why don't we just have a quick post here. And we'll say something like, welcome to class. Let's jump over to a student view and see what they have the ability to do as well. So students have the ability to see everything that's in the stream. They also have the ability to post for themselves. For example, this student view, this test student, just a few minutes ago, he posted a welcome statement to me. One thing that teachers have that students don't have is the ability to reply to one particular comment. Students have the ability to comment on a post, but students don't have the ability to reply to one individual student, but the teacher does. For example, here we've got a question that has several replies. For the teacher view, but not for the student view, I've got the ability as a teacher to reply to one particular comment. You can't reply to a post, but you can reply to a comment. So hopefully you know a little bit about how to post to the stream and how student views look a little bit different and how you might reply. I also want to talk about how you can make that announcement a little bit richer by attaching resources to it. So when you create a post, this add button, it looks like a little paper clip. It gives you the ability to attach something from your Google Drive or a link to something on the web or a non-Google Drive file from your computer, or it gives you the option to choose a YouTube video directly. So choosing any one of those options allows you to attach one or multiple resources to a particular post. So I've got a couple where I've got some resources attached. This was a link. And this is a video. It's a video file, an MP4 file that I've attached just as examples. In addition to attaching something to a file, to a post like a file, why don't we choose a Google Drive file for this one? You'd have the option to post it directly, or you have the option to schedule this post to be show up in your class later. You also have the option to save this as a draft so that you can finish a post that maybe is a longer one that you don't quite have all of the details to finish right now. I'm going to go ahead and show you how you'd schedule that post. When you choose schedule, you choose the date and the time, and then you can click schedule, and that post will disappear and it'll show up at the time and date that you chose. If you want to see those scheduled posts, you can click on your saved announcements button just below the header of your class, And in this case, I've got two of them. It shows when they're scheduled to show up. And I also have the ability to delete those if that is appropriate. If you want to edit that, just clicking on that saved announcement gives you the opportunity to edit it. You can go ahead and add more resources if you like, and or you could change the text. And you could even change the schedule as well, change when it is scheduled to show up for students. Maybe instead of on Wednesday, I want it to show up on Thursday. When you send a post, the default is that it sends to everybody in the class that you're in, but you can send it to more or fewer students. For example, you could send it to an entire extra class as well. Instead of just one, you could send it to many or all of the classes that you teach. So that can save you some work double typing an announcement. You can also, and this is available to teachers but not students, you can also choose to send this to just one particular student or maybe two students. You have the option under this drop down that by default says all students. You have the option to deselect as many students as you like so that it goes to just one or two or all but one of your students or something like that. So if you've got, say, a student that's working ahead, you can help them, or a student that missed some class, you can support them as well. Finally, I want to talk about organizing your stream. You have the ability to move posts around within your stream. So the three dots button on any particular post brings up the option to delete. So you could clean up your stream. Say I double posted something and I want to get rid of this extra welcome to class post. You can do that. You can organize your stream. If it's a post that you have made, you also have the opportunity to edit that post later. And then finally, you have the opportunity to move to the top. So you can keep that at the top of the stream so that that's the first thing that students see when they click on your stream for that class. So hopefully you're more familiar now with how to share a post, what students' options look like that are a little bit different than teacher options, how you're able to attach resources, how you're able to schedule posts, and how you can organize your stream. And you can make this a useful tool for you as part of your digital tool belt for teaching. So that's it for this video. Thank you, and God bless your efforts as you're working to teach students in a new environment.